Hi, good morning, everyone. We would be discussing your Module 5 for your Operations 2 subject. This is now queuing theory. So these are your objectives. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, it's quite a long list. Okay, because queuing theory has so many um, applications. Okay? So queuing theory is a topic that is also called waiting line models in some of the books. Okay? So technically, it's just trying to analyze yung tamang persons to wait in line. Okay? Because every service specifically for services, okay, meron silang tinatawag na queue or pila, okay? And we would want to, as an operations manager or as future managers, we would want na sana yung pila is minimized, okay? So common to, halimbawa, punta kayo ng Enchanted Kingdom, diba? So, punta ng Enchanted Kingdom, may pila. Okay? Punta ng fast food chain, may pila. Okay? So, lahat siya meron. Lahat applicable si queuing theory. Okay? So, waiting line models are actually very useful in both manufacturing and service sector. Okay? Even in manufacturing, pwedeng hindi tao yung nagwe-wait. Pwedeng materials na nagwo-wait for the next processing. Okay, so yun. So again, it's very applicable to all areas. It actually makes use of the mathematical concept to analyze and to try to mitigate the queues, the long queues or the long queues. Okay, so bakit kailangan natin ng queuing analysis? Okay, so normally lahat ng industry merong issue sa capacity. Okay, so pwedeng ito yung gamitin natin bilang queue if ever magdadagdag ba tayo ng slot or magdadagdag ba tayo ng machine to service. Sobrang haba na ba talaga ng pila, magdadagdag tayo. O di kaya naman, para ma-manage natin yung services. Say, for example, you're providing multiple services. Baka mas mahaba yung pila dun sa isang service kaysa sa isang service. Bakit hindi pwedeng may part na gagawin para hindi isa lang yung mahaba yung pila. Okay, so mga ganong factor. So, queuing and waiting time analysis is particularly important in service systems dahil sila yung madalas na mayroong queue talaga kasi sila obvious na obvious yung queue kasi tao yung pinag-uusapan natin. And whenever we're talking about services, it's always getting more people to avail the services. And if in case like nakatenga lang sila in queue, okay, therefore hindi siya output para sa services. Okay, they're very evident na laging important or sobrang important si queuing analysis kay service sector. Okay, so this is an example, ER at a county hospital. So patients arrive by an ambulance or by their own accord. So one doctor is always on duty, more and more patients seek help, longer waiting time. Okay? So questions that might actually be asked is should another MD position be instated? Sobrang haba na ba talaga? Or hindi na kaya yung accidents na nangyayari. Okay, so yun yung mga example ng ina-analyze nyo using queuing. So we have here the cost and capacity trade-off model. Okay, it actually just states here that you would have to balance your cost versus your capacity. Okay, kasi if ever you would want to increase your capacity, okay, the tendency is you would have less cost in waiting. Okay? But dahil nga nag-increase ka ng process capacity, whenever you're increasing your process capacity, the tendency is, say for example, additional counter, additional unit. Okay? Syempre, tataas din yung cost of service. Okay? So, yun yung trade-off whenever you're considering your capacity and your cost. Okay? So, tendency, yes, yung papababa mo yung waiting pag nag-add ka, yun nga lang, mag-i-invest ka. Tataas yung cost of service. So, adding them both, you would have this total cost. Okay? So, what's best is you have to manage at this equilibrium point. Okay? So, in which dyan talagang equal balance lang. Tapos, pinakamababa yung total cost. Okay? Examples of real-world queuing systems. So we have here commercial queuing systems, ATMs, dentists, bank, gas stations. Okay. Then transportation service systems, we have vehicles waiting and toll systems, SLEX, NLEX, okay, trucks, ships waiting to be loaded, taxi cabs, business interval systems. So customers receiving service are integral to the organization providing the service. Inspection stations, conveyor belts, computer support. Then social service systems, judicial process, ang natinggang budget, kay Peter Cayetano. Okay, so yun. Part din siya ng queuing. So other common queuing situations, you have the supermarket scenario. Okay, so para sa mga system simulation design. So, ang madalas na supermarket scenarios, doctor's office, computer system, telephone company, bank, machine maintenance, and harbor. Okay, so we have here the basic components of a simulation. Okay, so basic components of a simulation, you have the input, the queuing system. Okay? So, the input, under the input source, so you have the calling population. Later, we would be identifying each naman. Calling population is particularly yung may need. Okay? And then, yung population na yan, meron silang certain arrival process. Say, for example, they arrive exponentially, they arrive in Poisson distribution, okay, and the like. Okay? So, next, yung kulay blue, okay, this is the queue configuration. Okay, queue configuration pertains to the descriptives of the queue. Okay, later naman, i-describe natin yung dalawang yan. And lastly is the service mechanism or the service process. Okay, so ito yung nagiging flow ng inyong viewing system. So, calling population defining, population from which the customer's jobs originate. The arrival process determines how and when and where customers' jobs arrive to the system. Queue configuration, yung nakita nyo kanina, specifies the number of queues, kung isang linya lang ba, madaming linya, okay, saan sila nakapwesto, okay, their effect to the customer behavior. Okay, pwede ba, nagbabulk ba sila yung halimbawa, pag hanggang limang customers, aalis sila, bulking ang tawag doon. Pag nakita nilang 5, yung mga maiikli yung pisip. Okay, so yun. Sila yung ma-example ng nagbabulk. Kino-consider nila yun. Okay, and then, yung reneging. Okay, so their maximum size, distinction between finite and infinite capacity. So next is the service mechanism can involve one or more several facilities with one or several parallel service channels. So kung dalawa ba yung nag-serve o wala, or isa lang, ganyan. Okay? So, service provided by the server is characterized by its service time. Next is the queue discipline. So, specifies the order by which the job in the queue are being served. First in, first out, or last in, first out. Okay? So, other rules, LIFO, SPT, at saka EDD. So, mitigating effects to long queues. So, ito yung mga pwede nyong gawin para hindi masyado, pang-pamper ng habang linya. Okay? So, concealing the queue from arriving customers. So, pwedeng, para hindi sila mabad trip na mahaba yung linya. Okay? Ang ginagawa mo pala ay, nililista mo na lang yung nakapila. Tapos, pwede na silang bumalik. Text mo na lang pagka-time na nila. Okay? In that way, hindi sila talagang kitang-kitang nakapila sa area mo. Ito na yung ginagawa ng mga nowadays, ang nakikita ko, barbershop. Okay? Barbershop at saka yung McDonald's. Kung papansin niyo, diba? Though, kita mo kasi sa monitor yung madami nag-iintay. Pero hindi siya masyadong nakaka-stress kasi hindi ka nakapilang nakatayo doon sa line. Okay? So, parang may kanya-kanya na kayong upuan, may monitor lang, titignan niyo lang doon yung number na kung kailan kayo makakakuha ng order. Sa barbershop naman, specifically, nung nagpagupit hindi pala boyfriend, ang husband ko sa bench last year ata. I don't know if it's still like that. Ay parang ang nangyayari ay they'll get your number and then they'll text you kung time mo na. Kaya in that way, diba, nakakapag-ikot-ikot pa kaysa mag-iintay ka dun sa loob. Okay? So, use the customer as a resource. So, pwedeng yung pag-iintay niya, i-make use natin. Okay? So, halimbawa, habang nag-iintay siya, mag-fill out siya ng form. Mag-fill out siya ng form. Okay? At dahil nag-fill out siya ng form, busy siya. Okay? Ang haba ng form. Okay? So, yun. Mitigating long queues. So, making the customer wait comfortable and distracting their attention. So, restaurants give complimentary drinks, okay, or some of them actually provides you with movies na i-flash sa kanilang big monitors. Okay? So, yung iba naman, good music. Or di kaya yung iba naman, yung mga resto bar, yung good band na mag-play ng different songs habang nag-iintay ka ng pagkain mo. Okay? Explain reason to wait next. Okay? So, pwede namang sabihin mo lang na medyo madami pong customer ngayon, pero ma'am, we would be catering you as soon as possible. Okay? So, provide pessimistic estimates of the remaining waiting time. Ito yung ginagamit ni Jollibee sa waiting time. Halimbawa, kung drive-thru kayo, drive-thru. So, halimbawa, ma'am, 15 minutes po. Yung 15 minutes na yun, pessimistic time. Okay? So, ito yung maximum time. Kahit nakasalang na, kahit ang pagluluto naman ay 10 minutes lang, pero meron silang allowance. Okay? Para ma-comply pa rin nila yung promise time nila sa inyo. So, use the pessimistic estimates para if in case, halimbawa mapaaga, delightful pa din siya. Kasi, ay, napaaga sa 10 minutes. In-expect ko 10 minutes. Yun lang naman ang masakit kapag nag-i-expect tayo, pero hindi yung expectation natin yung nangyayari. Okay? So, therefore, lalokohin natin ng konti si customers na 10 minutes pa po, pero sa taong buhay, 5 minutes lang naman yung kailangan mo to do the job. Okay? So, yun. Providing pessimistic estimates, be fair and open about the queuing disciplines used. So, pwede namang i-explain mo sa kanya. Okay? So, open-minded naman si customer, bakit naman hindi kanya maiintindihan for your services. Okay. So, kanina nakita niyo yung bigger picture ng waiting line. Okay. Now, we would try to sort it in 3 phases. Okay. 3 parts ng waiting line. We have the arrival characteristic, the waiting line characteristics, and the service characteristics. So, at least 3 na lang siya. So, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi na natin i-analyze yung exit system kasi wala namang, hindi na yun ka-analyze sa part natin. Okay? So, more of, dito sa tatlong to, dito nyo makukuha yung computation, dito nyo makukuha yung mga analysis na kailangan nyo for queuing system. So, first off, we have the size. Ito yun. Okay? Arrival characteristic size. So, size of the arrival population. So, population sizes are considered either unlimited or infinite and limited or finite. So, when the number of customers or arrivals on hand or at any given moment is just a small portion of the potential arrivals, the arrival population is considered unlimited or infinite. So, example ng mga unlimited populations, yung cars arriving at car wash. Okay, so unlimited yun, hindi naman bilang yung kotse. Okay, then shoppers na magbabayad sa counter, students arriving to register for classes at Lyceum, for example. Yan. So, most queuing models assume such an infinite arrival population. So, example naman ng limited or finite. So, yung halimbawa ay ano kaya? Population is found use of copying machines. Okay, so of photocopying machines. Okay, so each copier has a potential customer that may break down or require the service. Okay, so yun, limited lang siya. So yung sa copier ninyo. Pattern of arrivals naman. Customers arrive at a service facility either according to some known schedule or pattern. Okay? So, halimbawa ay one patient arrives every 15 minutes or one student every half an hour yung pumapasok sa guardhouse. Okay? So, or else they arrive randomly. Okay? So, arrivals are considered independent of one another and their occurrence cannot be predicted exactly. Okay? So, yung ibang problem, nagpa-follow sila ng Poisson distribution. Okay? So, this is a probability distribution wherein, example ay for any given time, halimbawa ay 2 customers per hour or 4 trucks per minute ang fina-follow niya. Okay? So, Poisson distribution yung fina-follow niya pag ganun. Okay? So, in Poisson distribution, later, ito yung formula. Ayan. Okay? In Poisson distribution, you would be using this formula. Technically, probability of X arrivals, E, yung nasa calculator nyo lang. Ito rin naman yung nasa stat nyo before. Okay? So, this just means that if the average arrival rate, lambda, is, halimbawa, equal to 2 hours, the probability of 0 customers arriving in any random hour is 0.30. So, pag i-substitute nyo yan dyan. Okay? Yung value ng 2 customer na lambda. Okay? Tsaka, EK. 2, lagay nyo dito. Tapos 2. Okay? So, yan. So, in that way, makukuha nyo yung probability ng kada customer arrival. So, yun yung Poisson distribution. Next is behavior of arrivals. Behavior of arrivals naman, so most queuing models assume that arriving customers is a patient customer. Patient customer, ibig sabihin patient, hindi pasyente. I mean, patient as in willing to wait. Okay, so yun. So, pero unfortunately, in reality, hindi siya laging ganun. Okay, so pwedeng ang gawin ng customer nyo ay mga bulking customers sila, kagaya ng sabi ko sa inyo kanina. So, customers who bulk are actually refusing to join the waiting line because it's too long to suit their needs or interests. So, pag 6, alis na siya. Okay? So, next naman is the reneging customer. Pwedeng ito naman yung customer nyo. Reneging customers are those who enter the queue but then become impatient and leave without transacting. Okay? Parang kung si bulking, nakita nyo na 6, aalis na agad siya. Si reneging, papasok pa rin naman siya. Papasok, pipila, mag-iintay ng konti. Pero parang pag nararamdaman niyang sobrang traffic na, iikot pa rin siya, mag-U-turn pa rin siya, or lalabas na siya ng drive-thru area. Kahit nakapila na siya, kahit pumila siya, pero sa totoong buhay niya na siya bibili kasi bad trip na siya. Okay, so yun, reneging customers yung tawag sa kanila. Okay? So, next. So, ito yung example ng Poisson distribution. So, this is lambda 2, lambda 4. Okay, waiting line characteristics. So, waiting line characteristics. So, the waiting line itself can be based on the length of line. So, pag length of line, either limited or unlimited. Okay, so queue is limited when it cannot, either by law or by physical restrictions, increase to an infinite length. So, halimbawa ay barbershop. Okay, so si barbershop, this would only have a limited number of waiting chairs. Okay, so therefore, siya ay limited. Okay, queuing models are traced to be unlimited if its size is unrestricted. So, halimbawa ay yung sa toll booth. Okay? So, with arrivals of the automobile. So, unlimited yon kahit maghapong ilan man ang dumating na customer doon, go lang. Okay? Walang limit. Hindi kagaya dun sa upuan ni barbershop na may limit. Okay? Second waiting line characteristic is the queue discipline. So, queue discipline refers to the rule by which the customers in the line are to receive the service. Ito na yung sinasabi kaninang first in, first out. Okay? Pero minsan hindi siya applicable. Halimbawa kasi sa ospital, diba? Though normally kasi first in, first out. Bangko, restaurant, fast food chain, first in, first out. Pero minsan kasi, halimbawa sa hospital, hindi ganun. Okay? Kahit first in ka, diba, pag nasa emergency room kayo, knock on wood, makapasok kayo ulit. Okay, so yun. Diba, kahit nauna kang pumasok, pero kung mas critical yung bagong dating na galing sa ambulansya or somewhere, mas critical, mas agaw buhay, uunahin yun kaysa sa'yo. Okay? So, yun yung role ng hospital whenever they are catering their um, patients. Okay? So, depende kung anong services ang pinoprovide ninyo. But normally, it's first in, first out. Other priority rules may be used in special circumstances. So, kagaya nga ng sa hospital. So, service characteristics naman tayo. Okay? So, two basic properties are important. First is the design of the service system. Second is the distribution ng service time. Okay? So, let's talk about the basic queuing system muna. Okay? Or the queuing systems design. Pwedeng single server system, multiple server system, single phase system, multi-phase system. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, medyo madami yung nagsaserve dun sa multi-phase. Okay? So, kay single server, ibig sabihin nun, single channel, okay? One server, typically parang sa drive-thru, isang server lang yon. Yun nga lang, madaming kasunuran. Okay? So, single server. Mas okay i-explain to using these actually. Ayan. Single server, single system. Okay? So, halimbawa, family dentist's office. So, isa yung server, isa lang din yung mag-cater dun sa services. Okay, ito naman, single server, multi-phase system. So, parang sa fast food chain, isa lang yung pila, pero dalawa. Kasi, ito, take order, tapos pay, okay, tapos get order. Yun. So, multi-phase system ang tawag sa kanya. We also have multi-server, single-phase system. So, isa lang yung phase, isa lang yung dadaanan, isa lang, parang bangko. Okay? Ikaw ay dito sa service ni Service Channel 1. Okay? After mo kay Service Channel 1, tapos ka na sa system. Okay? So, single phase system, pero multi-server. Madaming nagsiserve, pero single lang, isang process lang yung gagawin. Okay? Next is multi-server, multi-phase system. Okay? So, ito naman, dalawang phase, okay, dalawang phase or two or more phases, dalawang process, kailangan mo dumaan, kumbaga may dalawang step. Okay? Dalawa yung server sa kada step. Okay? So, halimbawa, nauna to, parang pag nagbabayad kayo ng permit, ay daw pag nagbabayad kayo kasi ngayon sa Lyceum, single phase. Okay? Pero dati kasi, nung kapanahunan ko, nung nag-aaral ako, after mong pumila sa bayad, kukuha ka pa ng permit. Meron pang permit na tatatakan. Okay? Tatatakan ng registrar naman. So, pipila ka uli sa registrar. Pagkatapos mo magbayad sa cashier na pagkahaba-haba, pupunta ka sa registrar, patatatakan mo kasi i-verify nila kung nakabayad ka na talaga. Okay? So, yun. Kasi yung permit na yun yung gagamitin sa exam. Okay? So, yun. Hindi resibo. So, yun. Yun ang example ng multi-server, multi-phase system. So, dalawa yung step. Okay, pero madaming booth sa isang step, kada step. Okay? So, okay. Service patterns are somewhat, in most cases, follows the negative exponential probability distribution. Okay? So, this figure shows yung probability of any very long service time. So, for example, when an average service time is 20 minutes for 3 customers per hour, seldom, if ever, will a customer require more than 1.5 hours in the service facility. So, if, example, the mean service time is 1 hour, the probability of spending more than 3 hours in the service is quite low. Okay, so halimbawa 1 hour, mababa lang yung probability. Okay, so yun yung makikita nyo for negative exponential probability distribution. Basta tandaan nyo, parang normally, pag kay queuing system, ang ginagamit for arrival pattern ay Poisson. Okay? Pero pagdating sa servicing, okay, normally ang ginagamit natin ay exponential distribution. Okay? So, ito kasi yung mas nagde-describe sa service rates ng inyong customers. Okay, measuring a queue's performance. So, queuing models help managers make decisions that balance service costs with waiting line costs. So, pwedeng, ito yung mga pwede nyong ma-measure sa waiting line system. Pwede nyong makuha ang average time that each customer or object spends in the queue, average queue length, gano'ng kahaba yung pila, average time each customer spends in the system, average number of customers in the system, probability that the service facility will be idle, utilization factor for the system, probability of a specific number of customers in the system. So, you would be seeing here the queuing cost. Okay? So, queuing cost. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, pwede kasing ang mangyari sa inyo ay, ideally kasi nasa minimum total cost kayo. Okay? Minimum total cost just means that yung service level nyo ay hindi naman sobrang taas. Okay? Level lang, sakto lang. Okay? And that way, hindi rin naman sobrang laki ng cost ninyo. Okay? So, therefore, at this point, ito yung expected nating queuing cost or ito yung gusto natin sanang queuing cost. Hindi yung sobrang extraordinary na ang tendency ay ang daming servers. So, pag daming servers, tataas pa to. Tataas din tong cost na to. Okay? So, normally, so ito ay curve. Parang ito yung nakita nyo kanina. Curve siya. So, ideally, tataas na siya after some time. So, therefore, dapat hanggang dito ka lang. Ito na yung ideal or minimum total cost na maganda para sa services mo. Okay. So, these are the variety of the queuing models. Okay. So, I mean, we would be talking about a variety of queuing models and we would all assume that they follow Poisson distribution arrivals, first in, first out, and single service phase. So, yung mga multiple service phase, pwede naman yung i-software. Si POMQM, meron siyang kasama siya sa software na nakalagay yung queuing model ba yung i-analyze nyo. So, for us, dahil manual solution tayo, okay, so we would just settle with single service phases. Okay? So, first variety is yung Model A. This is single server system. Okay? So, example like information counter at department store. So, ang number of servers niya, single. Phases single, arrival rate Poisson, service time pattern exponential, population size unlimited, and queue discipline first in, first out. Model B, okay, Model B naman has so multiple server such as dun sa airline ticket counter. Okay, then number of servers, multi-server, single number of phases, Poisson distribution, negative exponential uli ang service time pattern, and unlimited ang population size. We have Model C, which is constant service. So, example is automated car wash. Okay, so single ulit, Poisson, and constant ang service time pattern. Dahil constant service siya. Ang indication niya ay MD1. Okay? Or ang label niya as queuing model ay MD1. Next is the finite population. Finite population indication MM1 with finite source ang pangalan niyan normally. Okay? Ang servers ay single Tapos, phases ay single, arrival rate pattern, single service time pattern, negative exponential. Tapos, population size ay limited. Okay, kaya nga siya finite population. Okay, let's talk about the first one, the MM1. Okay, so pag sinabing MM1, ang ibig sabihin nun, single server queuing model with Puson arrivals and exponential service times. So this is one of the most common case in queuing problems. Ang example nga niya kanina, 'di ba, parang yung sa kiosk ng information counter sa malls. Okay, isang server, tapos yung phases isa lang din. Okay, so yun, arrival rate, impuson, exponential. Basic siya. Ito yung pinaka-basic, MM1. Okay? So, sa kanya, meron siyang formula ang kina-follow. Okay? Ito descriptive lang to. May summary naman dun sa una. Okay? So, ito yung formula niya. So, since it follows Poisson distribution. Okay, so makikita nyo dyan si lambda. Okay, wherein si lambda is the mean number of arrivals per time period. Mu is the average number of people or items served per time period. Then, L sub S, okay, is the average number of units in the system waiting and waiting to be served. Then, W is formula average time a unit spent in the system. Okay, waiting time plus service time. Then, LQ naman. So, average number of units waiting in queue with this formula, lambda squared. Okay, and then, WQ, average time a unit spends waiting in the queue with this formula. Or pwedeng simplified na. Okay, na ito na lang ang gamitin niyo. So, ito naman mga probability. Okay, mga probability of 0 units in the system. Then, probability n is greater than k, probability of more than k units in the system, or n is the number of units in the system. Ito yung formula. Okay, so let's try to apply that using our problem here. So, we have here this problem, Tom Jones, the mechanic of Golden Muffler Shop, is able to install a new muffler at a given rate of 3 per hour or about 1 every 20 minutes according to a negative exponential distribution. Customers seeking this service arrive at the shop at an average of 2 per hour following a Poisson distribution. They are served on a first out basis and come from very large population of possible buyers. We would like to obtain the operating characteristics of Golden Muffler's queuing system. So, operating characteristics means yung mga nakita nyo kanina, yung mga LQ, WQ, okay, what was that? LQ, ay tapos na ako sa LQ, LS. Ayan. Okay, so yung mga yon kailangan nating makuha for this one. So first off, okay, identify muna natin yung given. Dito ko na ilalagay yung given sa taas. So first off, identify natin yung given. So we have here, okay. Identify natin yung given. So our lambda, okay, so kagaya ng sabi kanina, lambda is actually your mean. Okay? Mean ng arrivals per period. Okay? So, in our case, ang sabi niya ay dalawang cars ang nag-a-arrive per hour. Okay? So, lagay natin siya. Lambda is 2 cars arriving per hour. 2 cars arriving per hour. Arriving per hour. Okay, next. So, ano naman yung mu natin? Okay? Mu is yung mean na people number of people or items served per time period. Okay, so sabi dun sa problem natin, ang mu niya ay, yun yung nasa servicean niya. Ayan, install new mufflers, average rate of 3 per hour. Okay, so 3 car service per, 3 car service per hour. 3 cars per hour. Okay, next. Compute natin yung LS. Okay, yung LS kanina with this formula, LS. So, lambda over mu minus lambda or the average units, number of units in the system na nag-iintay. Okay, kunin natin siya, LS. LS. LS ay lambda over mean minus lambda. Okay, so that would be 2 over 3 minus 2. Okay, so that would be 2 over 1. That would be 2. Okay, so therefore, 2 cars ang nasa loob on average. Okay, so 2 cars. Therefore, lagyan natin ang interpretation ha. Therefore, 2 cars in average in the system. Okay, so ito yung unang sagot. Next, okay, kunin natin yung sunod. Anong sunod na factor na, variable na binigay niya? WS. WS is the average time a unit spends on the system. Okay, so kunin natin siya, 1 over mu minus lambda lang. Okay, so that would be WS 1 over mu minus lambda. Okay, so that would be 1 over 3 minus 2. Okay, so 1 over 1, 1. Okay, so therefore, merong 1 hour average time in the system yung dalawang core na yan. Okay, so yung tigda-dalawang car, okay, madalas kasi dalawa yung laman ng system. Okay, madalas naghihintay sila in 1 hour. Okay, in average. Okay, next. Kunin natin yung susunod. Tapos na natin yung WS, sundin natin yung LQ. LQ is mean number of units waiting in queue. Ilan yung nag-iintay sa loob ng queue. Okay, yung LS, number of units in the system. Okay, ito naman, ilan daw yung nag-iintay. Okay, so compute natin siya. Ang formula ay lambda squared over mean minus lambda. Okay, so kunin natin siya. So LQ, try pa natin, baka magkasya pa dito. LQ is lambda squared. Tapos, mean minus lambda. Okay, so 2 squared, mean 3 minus 2, okay, equals 4 over 3 times 1. Okay, so 4 over 3 ang meaning. So therefore, kunin lang natin yung value ng 4 over 3. Para in decimal siya. 1.33. 1.33 cars waiting in line on average. Okay? So, kung yung 2 cars kasi, pero syempre isang car lang yun. Pero siguro nakasusong na yung isa. Okay? Pero isang car yun, considered. Okay? O di kaya dalawang car. Okay? Ito kasi kasama yung sinoservice. Ito, yung nagiintay lang talaga, hindi sinoservicean. Okay? Next tayo, we have WQ. Okay? Average waiting time in the queue. Okay? So, WQ ay LQ over lambda lang naman. Okay? So, WQ LQ over lambda. WQI LQ over lambda. LQI 1.33 over lambda na 2 cars. So 1.33 over 2. 0.665. 0.665. So therefore 0.665 0.665 o di kaya convert natin siya sa R para mas madali siyang maintindihan. So 0.665 convert natin siya. Convert natin siya sa, dahil naka-hour yan, okay, convert natin siya sa minutes, okay, so in minutes, so multiply ko lang ng 60, kasi ito ay hour, okay, so para in minutes, para hindi naman tayo naka-decimal, we have 39.9, o mga 40 na, 40 minute average waiting time per car. Baka magulat ha, saan nakuha yung 40? Minultiply ko lang sa, kinonvert ko lang yung hour. Okay, sa 60 minutes. Okay, so ito ang lalabas dito ay 39.9. Okay, isang 0.1 na lang. So ginawa ko ng 40 minutes. Okay? So yun yung WQ. Next, kunin naman natin yung row. Utilization factor in the system. Okay, so utilization factor in the system, ang formula niya ay lambda over mu. Okay, so utilization tayo, lambda over mu. Okay, so that would be 2 over 3. Okay, so therefore, 2 over 3, 0.6667. Okay, so therefore, pwede nating 0.6667 or 66.67%. Okay? Yung time that mechanic is busy. Okay? So, ito yung probability or ito yung in 8 hours. Okay? In 8 hours, yan yung time na 66.67% yung time na siya ay may minamanage or may inaayos, may sinuservicean. Okay, so 66.67% lang. Okay? Then next tayo, PO. Okay, PO ay probability of 0 units, okay, in the system. That is, the service unit is idle. Okay, so 1 minus lambda over mu, which is ito lang. So 1 minus rho lang naman siya. Okay, so PO 1 minus rho. Okay, so 1 minus 0.6667. Okay, so that would be equal sa 0.33. Okay, probability that there are 0 cars in the system. So 33.33% is the probability that there are 0 cars in the system. Okay? So, ito namang isa ay hindi applicable sa atin, yung nasa dulo. Okay? So, probability of more than k units in the system. Pwede naman, iisa-isahin nyo nga lang. Okay? So, iisa-isahin nyo ng kuha. Kunin natin, sige. So, lambda over mu. Okay, ang n natin, probability of more than k units in the system, where n is the number of units in the system. Okay, so kunin natin yung probability na halimbawa isang unit sa isang system, isang unit sa system. Okay, lagay natin siya dito. Buti na lang blank. So, P and K, kunin natin yung formula. Okay, so P, oops. Okay, probability of n greater than k. Formula ay lambda over mu raised to n plus 1 ba? N minus 1. K plus 1 pala. Sorry. Don't worry kasi mukhang hindi naman kayo mahihirapan kasi formula-based lang naman si queuing. So, as compared sa iba, okay, so madali siyang i-manage kesa dun sa ibang problem na nagre-require ng analysis. Ito, purely, pag alam mo yung formula, okay ka na. Okay, so, compute natin. So, if car is 0, nakuha natin to kanina. Ang car ang 0, ang probability ay 0.667. Okay. Probability. 0.667. 0.667 nga ba? Ay, hindi. 0.667 ba? Hindi. 0.667 nga. Okay, kasi 1 minus POC isa. Or di kaya kung gusto nyo i-manual nyo, okay lang naman, isa lang naman ang lalabasan ng sagot nun. So, substitute lang natin. Okay, di lambda, ang lambda ay 3. Yung lambda? 2 over 3. Okay, 2 over 3. 2 over 3 raised to k plus 1. Okay, so halimbawa ay 2 over 3. 2 over 3 raised to 0 plus 1, 0.667. Okay. So, 0.667 ang sagot. Pag isa, ano yung probability pag isang sasakyan? Okay. So, probability, isang sasakyan. Substitute nyo lang C1 dito sa K. So, 1. So, magiging 2. 0.4444. 2. Anong probability pag dalawang car? Substitute nyo lang yung 2 sa K. So, lalabas ay 0.296. 0.296. Okay, probability na tatlo yung kotse. Okay, substitute lang uli si 3 doon sa K. 0.198. Okay, then 4, and so on. Kung ilan man ang gusto nyo na kotse, kuna ng probability. 5, hanggang 5 na lang tayo. So, yun lang, yun pare-pareha lang naman. So, kung mapapansin nyo, very rare na yung chance. Okay, pag mga later. Mga 5. Okay, so 5 cars, sobrang 9% na lang yung chance na mangyari yun. Okay, so sobrang rare na lang. Okay? So that's how you would be solving your single server problems. Okay? So I hope gets nyo siya using the interpretations in here. Okay? So again, ginamit ko lang yung mga formulas na lumabas in. Okay? So if in case medyo gusto nyong mag-analyze related to cost, ito yung sample problem. So supposing we have customer dissatisfaction and lost goodwill na 15 per hour. Okay? Tapos, ito yung na-compute nating WQ kanina, total arrivals na 16 per day, mechanic salary na 88 per day. Okay? So, supposing gusto nyo makuha yung um, total na customer waiting time cost. Okay? So, una, kailangan makuha nyo muna yung ilang oras silang nag-iintay sa system. Okay? So, using the formula, multiply nyo yung WQ. Okay? So, multiply nyo yung WQ sa total arrivals. Okay? Multiplied by total arrivals. Okay? So, para makuha nyo kung ilan yung nag-arrive talaga at a certain point in time. Okay? So, in our case, that would be 2 over 3 times 16. Okay, 2 over 3 times 16. 32 over 3. Okay? 32 over 3 hours. Okay? So, therefore, ang customer waiting time cost, multiply lang natin yung waiting time cost. Ito. Time cost is equal to $15 per hour. Tapos, multiply natin dyan sa R na yan. Ay, sorry, R. Okay, so cancelled na siya. So, matitira sa atin ay 15 times 32 times 15. 160. Okay, so $160 per day. Per day. Ang inyong customer waiting time cost. Okay? So, if ever gusto nyo makuha yung total expected cost, okay, so pwede nyo namang i-add yung mechanic salary. Okay, so since nakuha nyo na yung waiting time cost, add lang natin siya sa salary. So, 160 per day. Check nyo lang kung per day din yun. Per day naman siya. So, $88 per day is equal to 248. Okay? So, yan yung medyo magko-compute kayo na kung sakali lang may cost incurred kayo. Okay? So, sa ganyang paraan nyo siya mako-compute. Okay, next tayo. Multi-server model naman tayo. Okay? So, where M is the number of servers, then average arrival rate, okay, and then average service rate yung mu. With this formula ulit, formula. Okay? So, apply na lang natin siya using this problem here. So, the Golden Muffler shop has decided to open a second garage. Okay? And hire a second mechanic to handle installation. So, customers who arrive at a rate of lambda is equal to 2 per hour. Okay? O, di nasabi niya na lambda ay 2 per hour. Dinote na natin agad dito sa taas. Lambda 2 per hour. Okay? Will wait in single line unit 1 and 2 unit until 1 and 2 mechanics are free. So each mechanic installs mufflers at a rate of about 3 per hour. So 3 per hour yung service rate. 3 per hour. So the company wants to find out how the system compares with the old single server waiting line system. So, medyo same tayo ng gagawin. I mean, same measures. Para ma-compare natin, syempre, kailangan with the same computations na nakukuha natin dito. Okay, so para ma-compare natin ilan yung nag-weight sa system, ilan yung average waiting time per car. Okay, tingnan natin kung mas lessened na ba dahil nagdagdag siya ng tao. Okay. So, try nating i-compute. Okay, so una, compute muna natin yung ito. Okay? Probability that there are 0 people or units in the system. Okay? So, since, well, technically, yan ang unang formula. So, gamitin natin siya. Okay? So, lagay natin siya 1 over summation of 1 over n factorial tas lambda over mu. Okay? Lipat lang natin siya sa kabila. Okay? So, probability na 0. Okay. So, 1 over summation of 1 n factorial lambda over mu raised to n. Diretso ko na ha, lambda over mu raised to n. Lambda over mu ay 2 over 3 raised to n. So, plus 1 over m. Dalawa na yung magsuserve. M natin. So, 1 over 2 factorial. Tapos, lambda over mu ulit. So, 2 over 3 squared. 2 over 3 squared. Then, 2 times 3 over 2 times 3 minus 2. Okay. So, try natin siyang isolve. Medyo ang daming nangyari. Okay, so that would be 1 over, okay, so 1 over 1, dahil wala namang, so we have here, dahil wala naman tayong n na iba pa, so therefore ito ay 1 lang. Okay, so 1 plus 2 over 3. Okay, plus 1 half times 4 over 9. Tapos 2 times 3 ay 6 over 6 minus 2. So, simplify lang natin. So, ilalim ay 1 plus 2 over 3 plus 1 half times 4 over 9 plus 6 over 6 minus 2. 31 over 60, 18. 31 over 18. 1. Okay. Ano ba? Bakit kasi plus? 1/3 lang pala. O, iyo. 1/3. Okay, so that would be equal sa 1/3 plus 2/3 plus 1, ay, 1/3 plus 2/3 plus 1, 2. Okay, so therefore this is 1/2. Okay, so therefore, meron tayong 0.5 na probability of zero cores in the system. So, ito na agad yung katambalan nung PO kanina na nakita natin sa dulo. Etong isang to. So, 0.33 dito naman ay 0.5 ang probability. Okay, next. Solve natin yung anong susunod na measure niya? LS. Kunin natin yung LS. So, kunin natin yung LS. So, we have 2 times 3 times lambda over mu raised to m. LS. So, LS is equal to 2 times 3 times 2/3 raised to m. Okay, over m minus 1, 2 minus 1 factorial, 2 times 3 minus 2 raised to 2. Okay. M minus 1. Okay, so 2 minus 1 factorial. 2 minus 1 factorial. Tapos, 2 times 3 minus 2. Ay, minus 2 raised to m. Ay, raised to 2. Raised to 2 lang. Okay. Then, plus P, times PO. PO ay 0.5 or 1/2 times PO 1/2 times plus lambda over mu plus 2/3. Ingatan nyo lang, kailangan same yung nila unit ha. Kung per hour yan, per hour. Okay, so compute natin siya. Okay, so that would be 3/4. Okay, so 3/4. So yung 3/4 ay 0.75. Okay, so 0.75 yung LS. LS is the average number of cores in the system. Mas madami ba? Ano yung LS kanina? Check natin yung LS kanina. Ang average number nung single server ay 2 core. Ngayon bumaba. Okay? Ngayon bumaba na sa 0.75. Kanina 2. Okay? So, good. Good indicator. Next. Solve na natin yung WS. So, WS is equal to LS over lambda. Okay, so LS over lambda. So that would be 3 over 4 over 2. 0.375 or 38 hours. Okay? So, convert uli natin siya sa minutes para mas makatotohanan dahil naka-fraction. 22.5 minutes. Okay, so 22.5 minutes. Okay, so therefore, so 22.5 minutes is the average time a car spends in the system. Okay, as compared sa WS ng una na 1 hour average time in the system. Ngayon, mas mabilis na. 22.5 na lang ang WS. As compared kanina, 1 hour ang average time. So, mas mabilis na ang servicing nila ngayon. Okay, next. Ito na, LQ. Okay, number of people or units waiting in line. So, LQ, line in queue. Formula ay LS minus lambda over mu lang. Okay, LS. So, LS ay 3 over 4 minus lambda over mu. So, that would be 2 over 3. Minus lang ba? Minus lang. Okay, so 3 over 4 over minus 2 over 3. That would be 1 over 12. Okay? So, that 1 over 12, that means it's 0.083. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, 0.083 yung average na number of cars na nag-iintay. Okay, average number of cars in queue. Okay, so ang feeling ko mas mababa yan kesa dun sa iba. Kasi yung LQ nung una, balikan natin yung LQ nung una, 1.33 cars ang nag-iintay. Pero dito sa ating bagong server, 0.083 na lang. Okay? So, next, last na ata, average time a person or unit spends in the queue waiting for service. So, WS minus 1 over, ito na lang, LQ over lambda na lang. Okay? So, LQ natin ay 1 over 12 minus 1 over 12 over lambda. Lambda na to. Okay? So, WQ is 1 over 12 over 2. Okay, so 1 over 12 over 2. 1 over 24. Which is equal sa 0.04. Halos wala na. Okay, 0.042. Okay, halos wala ng ano ba? 0.042 hours. Okay, so pag kinonvert natin yan sa minutes times 60 min 1 hour 2.5 minutes. Okay? So, ganyan na lang kakonti. So, 2.5 minutes is the average time a car spends in the queue. 2.5 minutes na lang, ganun na lang kabilis. Okay, as compared kanina, ang WQ natin kanina ay 40 minutes ang iniintay. Okay, per car. Ngayon, sobrang bilis na 2.5 minutes na lang ang iniintay. So, yun, mas better nga yung multi-server system para dito sa problem na to. Okay? So, in summary, ito siya. So, though nagawa naman natin yung comparison kanina. So, pero in summary, ito yung comparison nilang dalawa. Okay. So, you can also make use of the waiting line tables. Okay, so si waiting line tables actually is particularly telling you kung sakaling madami yung service channel. Okay, hindi ka na isa-isa pang magko-compute ng lambda over mu. Okay, so at least medyo mas easy na siyang tignan. Okay, mas streamlined na siya kaysa mag-manual computation ka. So try natin siyang i-apply using this problem. Okay, so we have Alaska National Bank trying to decide how many drive-in teller windows to open on a busy Sunday. Okay, Saturday pala. So CEO Ted estimates that the customer's arrival rate is about 18 per hour. So, lambda ay 18 per hour. Tapos, and that each teller can service about 20 customers per hour. Okay? So, next, alamin muna natin yung ratio ng lambda over mu. Okay? Yung lambda over mu natin, ratio, is 18 over 20. 18 over 20 ay 0.9. Kailangan kasi natin yon para dun sa waiting line na lambda over mu, 0.9. 0.9. Okay? So, yung 0.9 na yan, so halimbawa, kapag ang isa, pag 1, 0.9. Pag 1, so you can see that the average number of customers in line would be 8.1. Okay, 8.1. Okay, tapos kapag 2 service channel, ang average number of customers na nasa window mo ay 0.2285 customers. Okay, sobrang laki ng ibinaba. Tapos pag 3 channels, 0.03 na. Pag 4 channels, 0.0041 na. For 4 tellers. Okay? So, pwede rin namang i-compute nyo pa rin yung average waiting time in the queue by computing the WQ is equal to LQ over lambda. Okay? So, halimbawa, dun sa isang window, isang channel. Okay, kung isang channel lang, 8.1 customers yun, no? Okay, compute natin yung WQ. Kung gusto mo pa rin, kung gusto mong malaman yung waiting time in the system. Okay? So, compute mo lang yung LQ over your lambda. Okay? So, for WQ na isa yung channel, okay? So, that would be 8.1 customers over our lambda na 18 customers per hour. Okay, so 8.1 over 18 ay 0.45 hours. 2 minute, para mas madaling tignan, 27 minutes. Okay, 27 minutes ang katumbasan. Okay, sunod, pag dalawang teller, okay, waiting in line, pag dalawang teller, 0.2285 ang customers. 2285 ba? 2285. 0.2285 over 18 cost per hour. Okay, so medyo mahaba siya. Point ko na lang mga kapatid kasi ang haba. 0.013 times hours ulit ito. Times 60, 1 hour, times 60. So that's 0.0 minutes. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, parang 1 minuto na lang. Okay? At kung isasagad nyo pa yan ng 3, baka walang-wala nang mag-intay sa system nyo. Okay, so in that way, malalaman mo kung ilang teller ang ilalagay mo, teller windows dun sa iyong line. So, supposing dapat ganyan yung mga ginagamit pagka tollways, ganyan, yan yung ina-analyze. Okay, hindi ko lang alam kung ginagawa sa atin yan. At ang haba ng toll, ang haba lagi ng pila sa Kalamba. Anyways, so yan. So next naman, constant service time model naman. Okay, ito naman ay MD1 ang name ng model. Okay, so ang formulas niya, itong apat na to. So average length in time, average waiting time, at saka average customer in the system, average time in the system. So try natin siyang i-solve using this problem. So, identify na lang natin. So, we have here the lambda. Okay. So, actually, meron siyang current waiting time, current waiting cost per trip, sabi daw ay okay. So, meron siyang sinasabing current waiting cost per trip. $15 minutes. Okay. Na 60 per hour. Okay? So, pwede naman natin i-note yon. So, note ko lang yon yung current waiting cost per trip. Okay? So, kung 15 minutes yon, so that would be 1/4. Tama, 1/4 ang 15 minutes ng 60 minutes. Okay? 1/4 hour times 60 minutes. $60 per hour. That would be equal sa 15. $15 per trip. Okay? So, based sa system niya, kung bagong system, meron daw silang lambda. Okay, lambda na 8 trucks per hour. Then, ano pa? 8 trucks per hour, tas mean na 12 trucks. At the rate of 12 trucks per hour. Okay. So, solve natin siya. So, halimbawa, gusto niyang i-evaluate yung benefits ng purchase na yan. Okay, so, compare lang natin sa current. Okay, so, kunin natin yung average waiting time. So, that's WQ is equal to lambda over 2 mu minus lambda. Okay, so, compute natin siya. So, WQ is equal to lambda 2 mu minus lambda. Kung tama man. Tama naman siya. Okay, so that would be 8 shocks. Okay, 2 times 12 Tapos, 12 minus 8. Okay, so that would be equal to 1 over 12. 1 over 12 hours. Okay, so waiting cost per trip with this new compactor, multiply lang natin yung 1 over 12 sa 60. Okay, so waiting cost with new compactor, 1 over 12 times $60 per hour, 5. Okay, $5 per trip. Nga naman, mas tipid nga naman. Okay? So, savings, note natin yung savings, though obvious naman. Savings with the new equipment. So, that would be $15 minus $5 is equal to $10 per trip. Okay? So, sama na natin yung cost ng new equipment. Okay, may sinabi kasi siyang if the new compactor is put into use, the cost will be amortized at a rate of $3 per truck unloaded. Okay, so cost ng new compactor use. So plus $3 per trip din yan. Okay, so that would be $13 plus ba minus? No, minus. Okay, so minus siya. So, $7 pala siya. $7 per trip. Okay, so this is the net savings. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, nakasave ka ng $7 per trip dahil sa bagong method o bagong compactor na binili mo. Okay, so ito yung mga sample problem na minsan hindi talaga siya direct direct substitution. Okay, so medyo mag-analyze kayo ng kaunti kung ano yung hinihingi ng problem. Okay, so we have here the Little's Law. Okay, so Little's Law is actually queuing system in ready state wherein meron lang siyang set of formulas. L is lambda W, which is the same as W is equal to L over lambda. So once one of these parameters are known, the others can easily be found. Okay, so LQ ganun din. So Little's Law ang tawag dyan. Sample ng Little Law. So medyo maarte lang yun kasi nag-establish lang siya ng relationship ng queuing system in steady state. Okay, so apply natin siya in here. So this is customers walk into the local US post office at an average of 20 per hour. So on average, there are 5 people waiting in line to be served. The probability distribution can describe the arrival and service times are unknown. So the manager, Vicky Lu, wishes to determine how long the customers are waiting in the line. Okay, so we have known that our lambda is equal to 20 per hour. Okay, and then our LQ is 5 people. Okay, so applying yung concept ni little. Okay, so we have W Q L Q over lambda. Okay, so that would be 5 over 20. That would be 1 over 4.25. 0.25 hours. Okay, so that 0.25 converted sa minutes would be 15 minutes or 15 minutes. So this 15 minutes is the average time na siya ay the customers would be waiting in line. Average time customers in queue or in line. 15 minutes. Okay? Again, that's little slow. So next, I believe this is the last model. Okay? So this is the last model. This is if in case kayo ay into limited population model or MM1 finite model. Okay? So ito yung mga formula na gagamitin. Okay, so we have here x is equal to t over t plus tu plus and so on. And you have here the notations of these values. Okay? So, ito yung steps. So, una, compute for x the surface factor where x is equal to t over t plus u. Ito yun. Okay? Then, compute the average number, LQ. Then, next, sabi daw, find the value of x okay, in the table and then find the line for M. Okay? X ay ito yon, ito yung table na yon, tapos hanapin daw yung M. And then note that the corresponding values for D and F. Then compute LQ, WQ, and J and H or whichever needed to measure the system's performance. So try natin siyang i-apply dito sa problem na to. Follow natin yung step dito sa problem na to. Okay, so we have here past records indicate that each of the 5 massive laser computer printers at the U.S. Department of Energy in Washington, D.C. needs repair for about 20 hours of use. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung 20 hours natin yan yung U. Okay, U is equal to 20 hours. Tapos, breakdowns have been determined to be Poisson distributed. The one technician on duty, isa lang yung technician, can service a printer in an average of 2 hours. Okay, so T is equal to 2 hours. Printer downtime cost is 120 per hour at saka technician cost ay 25 per hour. Okay, so most probably gusto niyang isolve natin lahat nung nasa finite queuing na table. Okay, so sundan natin tong steps na to. Una, compute for x, okay, where x is equal to t over t u. Okay, so compute natin si x. X is equal to t over t plus u. Okay, so that would be 2 over 2 plus 20, 2 over 22, 1 over 11. Okay? Or di kaya naman, i-decimal na natin, 0.0, pwede na rin 0.091. Okay. 0.091. 0.091. Okay, 0.091. Okay, next step. Find the value of x in the table and then find the line of 4m. Okay, so sa atin, 0.09. Tapos M. M is the, sabi dito, si M ay number of servers. Okay, so currently, isa lang naman yung server nila. 0.09 yung pinakamalapit. So, kaysa naman mag 0.1 tayo, ang computed natin 0.091. So, we will use 0.09. Okay? So, for ang M for 1 ng M1, pag isang technician ay ilan? Ang sabi, kunin daw natin yung M. Then, note the corresponding values for D and F. Okay, so kunin natin yung D at F. 0.350 tsaka 0.96. D M is equal to 1, D is equal to 0.350, F is equal to 0.960. Second. Yeah, 350960. Okay. Next, kunin din natin yung sa 2 para sure tayo, para huwag tayo mag-suggest sa kanya kasi wala naman siyang masyadong tinanong. Kunin natin yung M2. M is equal to 2.044, 0.998. Okay. So, next, pwede na nating sundan ulit. So, okay na? Compute for the LQ, WQ, JH, or whichever are needed to measure the system. Okay? So, halimbawa, compute muna natin yung, ano kayo magandang unahin? Compute natin yung J. Ito, NF1 minus X. Okay? So, J, NF1 minus X. Okay, wherein yung J nyo, ang indicatory niya, ang ibig sabihin daw ng J, ay average number of units in working order. Okay, so compute natin siya. Ang N natin, ilan ang N? Ang N natin ay 5, 5 printers. Lagay natin dito ha, 5 printers. Okay, 5 printers, F for 1 ay 0.960. Okay, tapos, times 1 minus x, 0.09. Ilan siya? Four point 3632. Okay, itong sunod, 5 times f.998. Okay, 1 minus 0.091. Four point 5359. Okay, so yan yung mga possible na average number of printers working. Okay? Okay, so either kung isa o dalawang M ang gagamitin nyo, yan yung mga average number of printers working. Next, so compute natin actually kahit sino naman. Okay, so compute natin yung iba. So, pwede natin i-compute average number of printers running. Okay, pwede nyo i-compute yon average or pwede rin namang average time in the system. Okay, but for me, mukha namang wala naman siya masyadong ni-require. Pwede nyo i-compute yan isa-isa. Pero ako, I would be primarily with computing the cost na incurred dun sa process. Okay? So, dahil yun, wala siyang tanong. Okay? So, halimbawa, gusto ko lang malaman ko ilan yung average na yung total cost per hour. Okay? Depende sa technician. So, since nakuha ko na yung average number of printers working, pwede ko ngayong makuha yung average printers down. Okay? Average printers down. Move ko lang. Printers down. Siyempre, yung down, yun yung difference lang ng n minus j. Okay? N minus j. Okay, so n minus j ay 5 minus 4.3632 saka 5 minus 4.5359. Okay, which is equal to 0.6368. Okay, tapos yung isa naman ay 4.5359. Okay, 4.641. Okay? So, yung value na yan, pwede ko siyang i-multiply dun sa average cost na sinabi niyang 120 per hour. Okay, printer downtime cost. Dahil ito yung downtime cost, i-multiply ko ngayon to sa 120 pareha. Okay? Para malaman ko kung ilan yung average. This is for one na technician and two technicians. Okay, so multiply ko siya. Multiply ko na yung pangalawa dahil nandito na siya sa calcu. That's 1 to ulit. $55.692 ang average cost. Yung isa naman ay 16368 times 120. 76 ang cost. 416. Okay, so this is actually your average cost per hour for the downtime. Okay, kasi minultiply natin siya dun sa printer downtime cost. Okay, next, multiply naman natin siya sa cost per hour ng technicians. Okay, so kasi 'di ba, nakadepende yung multiply ba? Check ko ha kung kasi pagka may sense kaya. Hindi. Cost na to, pag minultiply mo sa cost, wala siyang sense. Okay, so para makuha niyo yung total cost per hour, i-add lang siya. I-add nyo yung cost ng average cost per hour dun sa, para makuha nyo yung total cost per hour, i-add nyo lang yung cost nito sa 25. Okay, so that would be 101.416 for one technician. Tapos, for two technicians, that would be 55.692 plus 25. $80.692. Okay? So, ito yung magiging total cost nyo per hour kung sakaling isang technician or dalawang technician ang kukunin nyo. Tama ba? So, 55. Ay, hindi. Hindi dapat plus 25 kasi dalawa nga yung ano nyo, di ba? Dalawa yung magiging worker nyo dito. Okay, so plus 25 plus 25 dapat. So, always recheck. So, 105. 7. Okay, so mas malaki yung cost nyo kung sakaling pipiliin nyo si dalawang technician, okay, versus sa isang technician lang. Okay. This is with consideration dun sa average printers working in your system. Okay, so that's how you would solve for using the formula. Okay, using the formula lang. Since wala kasing tanong to, mukhang ang gusto niyang malaman ay yung total cost per hour kasi nilabas niya itong mga costs. Kaya yun yung kinumpute ko here. Okay? So other queuing approaches, so single phase models cover any queuing situations. So variations of 4 single phase systems are possible and multi-phase models also exist for complex situations. But for those equations, for those processes, pwede nang automated, hindi na manual solution kasi medyo madugo, medyo matagal, kaya yung pagko-compute ng manual. For questions and clarifications, message me on Teams. Thank you so much.